Hi there and welcome to Boxing Media Hub. We're proudly sponsored by Falcon Contracting in partnership with Jam's Boxing Chat. We're here for another live watch-along and this is my favourite fight of the night. It's Big Jai Opetaia versus Mairis Briedis. It's a rematch. We all know what happened last time. Jai had two sides of his jaw broken. Briedis had his nose broken. It was an absolute war. Jai got the win on points. I don't think it'll be the same outcome, but that's to be seen as we go along. There's no point in reading out who the last fought because we all know Jai blew out Elis Zorro in one round, and we know that Briedis has been inactive for 2 years. His last fight was against Jai. I'm delighted to be joined by Mr. Neutral's Corner Boxing and my man Harrison Ferris. Thank you, lads, for joining me.
Pleasure
to be on.
Thank you very much, mate. Jai's making his ring walk. As usual, he looks serious, dedicated, and ready to do business. Absolutely love this man. Honestly, for me, he is the biggest prospect in world boxing. I think he is an absolute star in the making. And if he doesn't take care of the 39-year-old Latvian, I'll be very, very surprised. But I'm not going to be biased. Briedis is a very tough fighter, and he's got a chance in this fight. But
it's very much one of them fights where you know, it's surreal. In 2 years down the line, and we're getting a rematch. Sorry, not a rematch. We're getting a rematch where one of the boxers has not fought since then. I mean, that's very much unheard of. So, yeah, quite rightly, James, the odds are stacked against him, Harrison.
I mean, that's the huge asterisk, really, isn't it? That we haven't seen him out for 2 years. We know how good Mairis Briedis can be. Arguably, of all the fights Usyk's had, Briedis is probably the one who's pushed him the most. And he had loads of success in this first fight as well. He broke Jai Opetaia's jaw in 2 places. It was a brilliant fight. But that asterisk, of course, is, has it just been a case of too long out of the ring? And has Opetaia now gone possibly to a level above what Briedis was at his absolute peak?
Absolutely. I certainly believe that Opetaia is nowhere near that same fighter that fought Briedis 2 years ago. I think he's leveled up somewhat.
Yeah.
Jordan Thompson and there's Zorro in his last fight. I mean, they're ridiculously quick. And that's just how much he's improved for me since Marius, but nevertheless, it's still got to be tough first couple of rounds for Jai.
Yeah,
because I can imagine Jai is, Marius is not going to be able to be in a position to sit around and wait, and try and play that patient game.
It says it all when your only 2 losses are to Jai Opetaia and fucking Alexander Usyk. You know what I mean? That's his only 2 losses, and he's never been stopped. That
Absolutely.
says what Mairis Briedis is. You know what I mean? So he's not nobody's food, mate. He's not here to be eaten up. He is here to fight, and he will fight to the death.
He was the one who really took the lock on the cruiserweight division after Alexander Usyk moved up to heavyweight. But in the last sort of, I suppose, 2 year period, it's been waiting for a star to sort of just take over the entire division. I know we've got Chris Billum-Smith, Lawrence Okoli. We have some fantastic domestic cruiserweights, but for me, Opetaia has this ring belt for a reason, and I'd be very surprised. I'd be surprised if he loses this.
And let's not forget that he was stripped of this belt, and he quite rightfully, says, "I'm fighting for my own belt." So he's going to be
the comments, mate, just for a second, because before the fight starts, because I won't get to it.
On you go.
Chris Welch has said, massive congratulations to Antonio Kakache. Bloody hell, when my throat wants to work. Proved to be too strong and aggressive for Cordina. Not seen Cordina so easily hit. Kakache versus Eduardo Nunes next. That'd be a good fight, actually. Don't know where Cordina goes. I think Cordina has to move back up to lightweight, mate. He should never have been down at super featherweight. It was too low for him. He never looked right.
He was chasing the O'Shaquie Foster fight, but O'Shaquie Foster was looking at, I don't know who was at 135. I can't remember again, but he wanted to move up. So that Foster fight was sort of taken away from Cordina. But after the weigh-in, and I said it to you in the last watch along we just did there, that he looked so drained, and for me, he shouldn't have been this. Do you know what this reminds me of? Joe Cordina. It reminds me of Josh Taylor.
Oh, yeah, very similar, yeah, to when he fought.
Very similar circumstances. One fight too long at 130 for him. Now, for me, Cordina. And the natural, logical step for him is to go up to lightweight.
Move back up, yeah. Get back up to lightweight and do the business again.
And the fight has started.
Yeah. What's your lads' thoughts on Briedis talking about retirement after this fight? Found it strange considering he's not lost yet. Yeah, I'd agree, mate. Opetaia got even better since first fight. Opetaia's levels above everyone in this division. Completely agree with you, Mr. Welch. Thank you for joining us, sir. Right.
I don't like those comments too much from Briedis personally, because he's putting himself into a dead-end situation, isn't he? He's going in there like,
yes,
I'm giving myself the insurance of if I lose this fight, well, I can just walk away from the sport because there's no other options for me. It's a bit negative for me.
It's very much he's thought about this a lot, and it's actually got to the point where if you say something like that, you're already in defense mode. And so he's actually thought about losing this fight.
I think
which, like you said, it's a very strange comment to make.
I think
so they're just feeling each other out. Jai Opetaia in his southpaw stance against the orthodox Mairis Briedis, who is, as I thought he would do for a couple of rounds, taking it very easy against Jai. Jai's just prowling like a wee tiger there.
He's not going to want to get clubbed early, is he? Because that'll put him
I'm believe it or not, Jai is actually paying him a wee bit of respect, considering his last performance against Ellis Sorrell, where he come out all guns blazing, very much trying to find range with each other. Harrison.
Yeah, very, very technical and sound start, really, for Jai Opetaia. He's aware of the dangers of Mairis Briedis. He's a very, very smart fighter, Opetaia. I've been saying that for a long time. I like the respect and the distance that he's built up in this first round. He's going to get his opportunities. You feel like because Briedis has been out the ring for so long, down the stretch, is that going to have a big impact? I think it will. And I think that's where Opetaia will utilise his best boxing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that completely, mate. And also, you got to remember that Mairis Briedis, yeah, he might be 39, he might be inactive 2 years. He did break both sides of Opetaia's jaw in the last fight.
Yeah.
Opetaia knows that, so he knows he can be got at by this lad. You know, a lot of people would quit on their stool after that and just not come out for this next round because of their jaw being broken on both sides. Just shows what a warrior the Australian is.
Absolutely. And quite rightly so. He's the respect he's shown because he knows he can hurt him. But Jai got off two left hands in this round that I've seen. It's been that cagey between them, ladies and gentlemen. You just, it's so much respect has been given towards each other. Not only single shots being managed to get. There's another single from Jai, straight left, across to the chin. But Briedis comes back.
It'll be enough for Jai Opetaia to take this first round from me just because he's been popping that jab off a little bit more.
Yeah, he got a few jabs off and a couple of left crosses off. So nothing major, just,
10-9 for Jai.
Touchy-feely shots,
That's definitely a 10-9 for me.
Yeah.
Breathing through his nose there, so that's a good sign. He's not taking a lot out of him, Jai. But I thought he paid a wee bit too much respect in that round to Briedis. Is Briedis going to be in the same category as Kovalev that we saw there before? We're at 41. He just found the levels too much. Briedis 2-year layoff, 39. Is this too much for him? Do you think, having seen that first round, that he's still got enough to make a fight of it?
We'll see when the levels go up, in my opinion. I think that there's not enough evidence there for me to suggest that he's going down this Kovalev route. We need to see the fight develop a little bit more and then make our minds up on where Briedis is. It would have been fantastic to see Briedis have a fight before this, just to sort of tune up or anything, a 10-rounder out in Vegas, wherever. For him to jump back in at this level, that you have to remember, Jai Opetaia is so improved from what we've seen 2 years ago. I think that he's probably just one fight short here.
I'd completely agree with that assessment, to be honest.
I agree too.
But obviously,
so
you don't
again,
fight in that, though, do you? You don't lose that warrior spirit that Mairis Briedis already had. So he's still got that in him. So the first 6 rounds, he's a dangerous opponent.
he's another one from the amateur backgrounds. He's had many fights, and you know, technically very sound. Opetaia's let go on him a few times there, and Briedis.
Good counter left hook there. Good shots from Briedis.
I should say a counter left from Briedis there, you know, just to let him know that I'm here. Oh yeah, that was good. But it's opened up a wee bit in round 2 now.
What we needed to see, lads. What we needed to see. A bit of excitement in the arena. Come on, Jai. Get your work going here, lad. Sorry, I'm not being right. I was just saying what I'm seeing.
if you can picture this, Jai for me is moving like a wee bit like Dimitri Bivol. With he's got that bouncy in out southpaw stance. Briedis got a lovely left uppercut in there, in between his gloves. As Jai comes back and tries to dominate again, but Briedis, he's getting the respect of Jai. There's no doubt about that. Jai's not willing to go in and start trading. He's trading from the outside with his right hand jab, and then trying to come into the body after it. And there's another combination let go from Opetaia. He's just caught Briedis with a lovely right there and
fantastic
comes in again. Shots. Oh, brilliant stuff. Well, terrific stuff there, boys.
Briedis took those quite well.
Briedis, he seemed to get a wee bit angry there. Don't know whether it was...
Possibly
to the back of the head.
In the chat, who has said, "Eyes yet." I don't know what that means, matey, but thank you for joining us. So far, we've got it. Opetaia 1 round up, 1 up versus Briedis. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Briedis tries to come back. No, he knows he's behind in this round. He took some beautiful shots and combinations off Opetaia.
Quite a nice right hand there from Mairis Briedis off the ropes as well. He has had some bits of success here.
He has. He's had a few single counters, and he just had a beautiful left right there as well, Briedis. So, you know, he's not out of this round, but at this moment in time, I think the volume, he might be a wee bit down. But if he can finish off well in this round, that he'll have certainly impressed the judges.
I'd still probably be giving this round to Opetaia.
I think you have to.
Oh, here we go. Joe Kamansa said it means let's go. Let's go. Thank you, brother.
LFG.
That's another 10-9 for Big Jai for me, though, guys. What about you?
No, you can't go against it, I think. Two rounds up now, Jai. Been certainly the busier of the two, connected with more punches, certainly the more telling punches, but Jai has to be careful. Mairis Briedis is still, even at 39 and 2 years out of the game, you can just tell he's still got snap in his punches. You can just tell, he's he's blowing hard right now, so he doesn't.
Got Rocket in the chat. Big up, Rocket.
Yeah, he just needs to calm down. I think he's running a wee bit on emotion at the minute, Mairis. So let's see as we go into round 3.
Most definitely.
Alison, how do you see Mairis now? How does he battle Opetaia?
Well, it's difficult. It's not a there isn't an easy answer to that question because you're in there with one of the best pound-for-pound operators in the sport. I did like some of the success I've seen from Briedis there. He was happy to come forward. He used the rope sensation to get a bit of success off, but Opetaia at the minute just looks a little bit quicker to the punch for me. I think he's just got a sensational range about himself when they're in the middle of the canvas here. And I just think that he's using that southpaw really much more effectively than he did in the first fight anyways. There's opportunity, I think, for Briedis to have success, but at the minute, he's just a little bit slower to the punch for me.
I have to agree with you. He's the leaner. He looks bigger. He looks strong. He's quicker movement. His hands are always up. And Mairis, well, for me, he has to wait for me. He has to bring Opetaia in, and he has to unload something that he may have retained from fight 2 years ago. But at the moment in the power stakes, oh, lovely left there from Opetaia. That's certainly
really nice shot
there. A lovely shot there. And
beautiful, beautiful left jab.
it's the workload is getting heavier and heavier by the round, I would imagine, for Mairis.
Definitely. It's been a fantastic fight so far, though, fellas.
It's been good. It's been good. Another left there. Briedis comes back with his own right. Another lunging left there from Opetaia. Yeah. And again, Briedis comes back with his own left. So the tit for tat.
So solid. So solid on that left straight jab. It's so strong for a jab.
Even when Opetaia is asked to push out his punches and really reach out for his jab, he still has such a deadly accuracy. He's never a million miles away from Briedis. He's always just got the perfect range. And for a southpaw to be able to do that as well, that's a fantastic skill. Because you're always obviously boxing on the outside. It's, it's really impressive, this from Opetaia.
I think he's heading all the way to the top. I really believe that. I think Jai Opetaia is going to be one of the greatest, and I think he'll move up to heavyweight. And if Usyk and Fury and that are all retired by then, he'll clean up the division without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion.
He won't be around cruiserweight for too much longer, I don't think.
No.
He's got that scope in his build to go up to bridgerweight and then eventually to heavyweight. I think there was a headbutt there from Briedis that the referee got away.
Yeah,
he just got away with there. I think he's emotionally losing the battle. For me, he's lost his temper a couple of times in this fight in retaliation, and it's gassed him.
Yeah,
and this was what I was talking about Harrison before the fight started. When I said that 2 years down the line, he's a different animal. He's a different beast now, Opetaia. He's added so much to his game, and Briedis is just stagnant.
Yeah,
and this is going to be the difference
as well. 3-0.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, I can't put that
very, very convincing.
On my laptop at the minute, so I normally put it on, but I can't. So just have to go with that.
I think Briedis is a touch frustrated here as well. Like you see in the little headbutts, and he's trying to break up the fight and make it as rough as possible. But Opetaia is just moving far too quickly and dynamic that unfortunately he's not getting that opportunity. So that I think for Briedis is a massive issue here. He's like you said it well there, Neutral. He needs to sort of let Opetaia come into him and try and find something. He's going looking for him too much here, I think.
I'd 100% agree.
I agree. As we just get shots here of AJ sitting in the middle. Oh, sorry, Ronaldo sitting in the middle of AJ and Turkey Al-Sheikh as round 4 is starting. And once again, it's Jai taking centre ring. Nice exchange there. Briedis getting a shot off, but a clubbing right hand there from Opetaia in response. And now they're trading. Briedis is maybe saying, I've had enough. I'm coming out to fight now. Oh, nice left right from Briedis.
Beautiful shot there.
There's a beautiful punch. But he's got to be doing this all night. He's got to start being consistent. As, again, just backing off on near them ropes to let Opetaia come in. And this is maybe what's going to be better for him, is just to steer Opetaia into him and then let off a combo. And rather much like he just did there. Nice right hand as he went to get a punch in before Jai.
Santiago Finau has joined us. Thank you for joining us, sir. Who winning round? At the moment, mate, we've all got 3-0 to Jai Opetaia. So 3-0 Big Jai. The Australian's well in control. The Latvian needs to turn it around, mate. So let's hope for the good fight from here on out. Thank you for joining us. Remember to hit that subscribe button if not already. Thank you. We've got 1 minute 42 of round number 4 left. And at the moment, Jai's pushing Briedis back.
Yeah, working sensationally off that southpaw jab again. Briedis just can't find any sort of range to get close to him at the minute.
He really can't. He's just not getting any kind of encouragement from Jai. Jai's just not letting anything go.
And they're hard jabs as well.
Oh,
they really hard, those jabs.
This body shots are punishing now.
We've got Half-Cast Noodle. Sorry. Hi, guys. Thanks for the stream. How's the fight going? It's Jai Opetaia, 3 rounds to 0, matey, so far.
It's one-way traffic, sir.
Thank you for joining us, mate.
It's rather like a lion that's stalking a hyena for me at the minute. If I could use that analogy. The hyena's got some bite, but the lion is just too strong, and he's just toying with his prey. And that seems to me being the picture of this fight so far.
Yeah. Noodle said thank you. You're welcome, sir. Santiago said thank you. Let us know every round who wins. That's exactly what we're here for, my man. We will do. I promise you.
Well, it's 3-0 to Opetaia on all of our cards.
It's
been quite easy to score for you guys. So, I can't promise you it's going to change in this round so far, but he's given it a go, Briedis. Just a wee stumble there at the end of that round, but
yeah,
he's starting.
Better, yeah.
I think that's starting to be better from him.
Better from Briedis, but he still hasn't won that round for me. I just think Opetaia is just doing more over the 3-minute period.
That's another round for Jai Opetaia.
Yeah.
He's just so dominant. His ring IQ is obviously improved since the Briedis fight. He's not taking anywhere near the shots that he was taking in fight one. So you can tell that his defense is just absolutely. He's very comfortable. Jams very comfortable.
Definitely, mate. Asil Hanspans has joined us. He said, "Nice one, fellas," and it's 4-0 to Opetaia, matey. Thank you for joining us. Chris Welch, 4-0, but better from Briedis. Yeah, completely
That's
agree.
right, Chris. Very much so, mate. As they're coming out for round 5.
He doesn't look phased at all, does he, Jai Opetaia? Just in the corner there, he's barely breathing. He's just so calm.
He looks like he's just took his robe off for round 1.
Scary, almost.
He is like a robot, neutral. He is literally like, he's so cool, calm, and calculated. He's dangerous. He's scary.
As I said, Jams, he's very much in that Dimitri Bivol mode of boxer. That style is so effective.
Yeah, excellent time.
Terence Crawford has got a similar style.
Yeah, the Iceman, basically.
All these great southpaws that are dominating, Inui, another southpaw.
Something about these southpaws that just make them superb, isn't it? Same as Usyk.
It's the era of the southpaw. Usyk, southpaw.
Best of the best.
Only Canelo is really the one orthodox.
Who's any good?
Superstar, AJ, he's another orthodox superstar, but all the elites.
Well, AJ, a superstar after Usyk schooled him twice.
Yeah.
Superstar in world fame, but not in boxing ability.
Yeah.
I love AJ.
Again, some really excellent work here from Mairis Briedis off the ropes. He's starting to sort of build himself into this fight a little bit now. Whether he's doing enough to win the rounds, I suppose, is a different debate. But he is having very fair success, and that just shows the elite level of these two are fighting now.
Definitely. Absolutely.
I had Opetaia in 6, so I've got a round and a bit to get mine right. I thought Opetaia had Briedis out in 6, so not looking likely at the moment. Because
I said 5.
Yeah, he's not really been hurt yet, has he? So it's not looking likely for our predictions, Harrison, unfortunately.
Wouldn't surprise me if this ends up on points.
I can see this coming from round 1.
Opetaia looks comfortable. He looks happy to just guide through it and just win the rounds and win the job and win the day,
I don't think there's any need for him to really take any sort of risks. There's no necessity for that for me. He's in way too much control. He's not going to go chasing after Briedis, is he?
There's no point.
And this is the beauty of Dimitri Bivol, because that's exactly what he does. He just does enough to win the fight. He doesn't take risks. He doesn't show off.
Doesn't gain many fans, but doesn't.
A true professional in the sense of a pugilist. And Lennox Lewis was the same, and he wasn't revered because of his popularity. He's revered for his skills.
Yeah, hit and not
people like Bivol, Canelo, Opetaia, they're going to be remembered for a long time to come.
Yeah, hit and not be hit. The sweet science. That's literally what it's all about, isn't it? Hit and not be hit.
Oh, Harrison, as we come to the end of this round, I've got Opetaia just taking this round as well.
I would have this as the closest round of the fight, but I would still just about go Opetaia.
Yeah,
I'd be happy to give that to Briedis if
I wouldn't be unhappy if Briedis was given that either.
He is starting to work into it a little bit, but
it's just
saying
too
that
many
he's still.
singles. Yeah, just too many single shots for me.
I think
He's
Jai
not
was
pulling comp.
give it in me. He's more comfortable. Oh God, they've got Ryan Garcia on the screen. Turn it off.
Your mate.
Off. Absolute cocksucker. Rocket, I put KO round 9 for Opetaia. Fair play, mater. I went for round 6. Harrison went for round 5, so we're pretty much wrong. So you've got a good chance, Rocket. Thank you for joining.
I was scunnered at round 3.
Chris Welch has got 5 zip to Jai. Half Cast Noodle has said round 11 for Jai is my prediction. Thank you, my man. That's a good shout as well. Because if it is going to go, it looks like it may well be late.
Oh, here, if Mairis Briedis goes 11 rounds with Jai Opetaia, I'll be very impressed. Because after a 2-year layoff, and he's still going at round 11 against this man.
And at 39 years old, 11 years.
Exactly. It just goes testament to Mario Briedis' what a exchange there, and a lovely punch that stunned Briedis, and Jai Opetaia's on the attack. Open mouth now is Briedis.
Oh,
that was a
he's
big
pinned
left
him
hook.
up against the ropes. He's targeting now. He's just got a lovely left through, straight through the guard.
Maybe
there's another one. Briedis uppercuts fresh air. I think he's cut to the nose.
Yeah, he's bleeding from the nose.
I think it's broken.
I thought that there was a left-hand shot that got him on that, and it cut him for me. Broke his nose.
Here we go. King Ryan's making excuses again. Yeah. And we've got a new lad joining us. Good vibes. Big up Good Vibes. Thank you for joining, sir. Who's winning? Jai Opetaia 5-0 for all 3 of us. Thank you for joining us, mate. Please hit that subscribe button if you've not already.
And this will be 6-0.
This will be 6 the way it's going. Jai Opetaia is in complete and utter control, mate. He's looking fantastic against Mairis Briedis.
That nose is busted up.
It's gone. The nose is gone.
The second fight in a row.
Yeah. That's now a target. That's now a red rag to the bill that is Jai Opetaia. He's on the hunt. He's on the pro.
He's
looking to finish this fight.
Now, sorry, lads. Big love from Jai. Watching
beautiful punch there.
My man.
Briedis is coming back like the warrior he is, but the fight's opening up now. Briedis he's in no man's land.
Yeah.
He now needs to fight. He's got no choice. Jai Opetaia is dominating him now. And he's saying to him, I'm coming to you now.
Break it up.
His face is a bloody mess.
Yeah.
And Jai Opetaia, just now, he's had enough of playing with his prey. He wants to finish this fight.
Big Jai's looking for the kill, mate. He's got his food and he's ready to eat. He really is. Just got to read this message again.
Oh, you Australian fans, you are very, very welcome.
From Jai.
Your man is doing
absolutely.
He's doing tremendous.
Must be early over there.
Oh, bless. Brothers, please give a shout out to my wife, Raylin. I think I can't read that properly. Raylin.
Hello, darling. And hello, whoever your name is, Good Vibes, all the way from the UK.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. God bless. I think your wife's name's Raylin. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate y'all. My eyes ain't what they used to be. I'm sorry. I get really blurred at this time of night with the light.
What a round, gentlemen. Yeah. Harrison, that was a bloodbath round.
Definitely a big Jai win.
He opened his nose. He's now opened up, full on onslaught to Briedis. How far can this go on? How long?
What's really worrying, that felt like gear 2. That felt like there is still so much that Jai Opetaia can just elevate and just keep going here. We talked about when this fight opened, whether Mairis Briedis would be able to keep up with Opetaia, and I'm worried now that we're finding that he just can't, unfortunately. He's really starting to come into his own there.
Yeah.
That nose is busted up really badly. So the second fight in a row, like Jam said,
it just went.
And that's going to be a target now for Opetaia to just pinch away. He still looks completely fine, by the way, Opetaia. He's, sat on his stool, we can see here. He's barely breathing. He is in. He's in a perfect position here.
Watching these replays and the ferocity of them shots, and to be fair to Briedis, he's getting the odd shot back on Opetaia, but it's starting to look like a beating now. as we go into round 7
He looks like
of
Cannon.
12.
Mate. Like Cannon fodder. Hey, Peter Nutt has joined us. Big up, Peter. Opetaia is a boxing superstar. Yes, mate. And he is absolutely cleaning up. 6-0, mate. 6-0. Thanks for joining, Peter.
And people have got to understand that Mairis Briedis
mate,
is an elite boxer. But he's getting slowly battered here. Although he's being as game as he can, and he's getting shots off, the power shots, the power levels that Opetaia is showing is just hurtful. They're hurtful, spiteful. And I've said this before about Opetaia. He's a dirty, spiteful boxer. I'm dirty in the meaning, as I mean, and his mentality just doesn't stop, and he wants to ruin you.
Well, he had to the size of his jaw, mate, and still walk through him and done him. You know what I mean? That shows
exactly.
He's a warrior. I mean, looking for the word absolute bloody Australian warrior.
Did this guy grow up with mammoths or something? Because grizzly bears, he just fears no human.
Hey, Neutral, read that one.
Jai is doing him like a roast dinner. So he is. He's serving up not so much lamb, because he's more like mutton now.
He is mutton getting chased by the big old lamb.
He's serving him up like a beef sandwich.
A lot of the same here in the 7th as well, just to bring you back into the fight. Opetaia has been fantastic on his jab again. Briedis has recovered a little bit from those bad shots in the 6th, but is still just unable to get anywhere near Opetaia at the minute, and we're heading for a shutout here at this stage.
Most definitely. In a fantastic performance. Briedis broke his jaw and couldn't drop him. Yeah, definitely not. I thought Briedis beat Usyk. No, he lost to... Oh, you thought he beat him, as in your opinion. Yeah, he lost.
That was a really close fight between those two. That's what I said earlier about Briedis. Of all the fights Usyk's had across the 2 weight divisions he's been at, I think Briedis troubled him the most. And we're talking about Briedis here. He's a high-class operator. And Opetaia is making him look like a journeyman.
He really is.
He certainly is.
But that's the 2 years in activity, isn't it?
And he's a pressure fighter to the maximum, to the core, is Jai Opetaia. He's relentless coming forward. I have yet to see a boxer, because he's like the immovable, not the immovable force. What's the other one? The unstoppable force. And it'd be interesting to see if he ever comes across somebody who is his own stature, so it becomes the unstoppable against the immovable. And that can only be a dream fight with this guy.
I think he's going to be undisputed. I genuinely do.
The world is now running how good Jai is. This certainly are.
Now, Peter, everyone knows Meter. That's for damn sure. I think it's the best thing to come out of Australia since probably Costas View.
No, it's the best thing to come out of Australia since Crocodile Dundee.
I was never really a fan of Crocodile.
Personal hero of mine.
Legend.
Absolutely. And Kevin Bloody Wilson. You need to Google him.
Oh, I never knew this. Jai's mum is English. Did you know that?
I did not.
No, I didn't know that.
It's better journalism than me.
Glad the British public and you lads love him as a fighter. Yeah, we absolutely adore him, mate. Honestly.
I'm huge on him.
He's class. Absolute class. And do you know what? He's a scary, scary character. I know plenty of people who've interviewed Jai, and they've told me he gives the fear of God into you.
He's been on Boxing Media Hub 3 times, mate. We've had him 3 times. He's a great lad.
I know. He put the fear of God up you guys as well.
He just stares through you, like you talk to him, and it's like he's just looking through you. Say, how you feeling about your fight? Yeah, I'll bloody win, mate. Well, how you feeling about it? What's going to happen? I'll win. And that's what, you know what I mean? He takes no shit. Don't chit-chat. He doesn't chit-chat, right? He's just hardcore. I wonder if Chris Billum-Smith will fight him. Chris Billum-Smith would get his head took off. But I'd like to see it anyway. Cheers, Peter.
I hope Opetaia moves up to heavyweight so that he just leaves all of the cruiserweights alone domestically.
I think if he achieves undisputed status within 3 fights, if he gets the opportunities for that, he'll stay and then move up. Would it be worth going to Bridgerweight? I don't know.
Nah, he'll
heavyweight
skip.
probably.
Coley, I suppose, if a Coley comes through his fight, you know what I mean. But a Coley, he'd smash a Coley to pieces.
Yeah, I know we're going to do a watch along on other politics. If you think Ben Shalom's going to stick Lawrence Okoli in with Jai Opetaia, you've got another thing coming. He won't go near him.
Definitely.
Even Chris Billum-Smith. I'd be surprised if that fight happens.
I would, mate. I think Jai after this probably goes up to heavyweight as well. The heavyweights would be very,
yeah,
for sure.
I don't want to see him go to Bridgerweight.
No, there's nobody there. Like I say, there's not 15 fighters in that division. It's not a division.
No.
You know what I mean? There's not even a world top 20, 15 fighters in that division. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, Peter's just put out what I said the other night. Usyk, Opetaia, what a fight that'd be. That's what I said. Like, if Opetaia moved up now and Usyk wins tonight, that would be a cracking fight up at heavyweight.
There's two words for that: chess match. Chess match.
Absolutely.
It won't happen. There's no way that'll happen now, but
no, it won't happen.
That's one of those good fantasy fights of like generations that people make. I'd love to see it. I never will.
Yeah.
For Jai to move up, he'd have to get massive favours. To get a Usyk fight or any title fight of any kind. Or if he's WBO champion, he might get super champ status. But will they let him jump 2 divisions? I don't know. But back to the boxing, it's just Jai. He's just trying to hunt down at the end of round 8. He's been doing it all round. He's just been trying to hunt down jab, combination. And Briedis has very much just been on the run. Trying to turn him.
That guy could beat Usyk.
Oh, he's just got a low blow in there.
And we've got boxing. Oh, thank you for joining, brother. He said, I want Jai against Zerdo Ramirez. Yeah, I'd be
brilliant fight. Brilliant fight. There's work to be done at cruiserweight. There's work to be done at cruiserweight for Jai. Zerdo's there. Chris Billum-Smith. He's WBC champ. Yeah, Gulamarian. So there's still work to be done at cruiserweight for Jai Opetaia. I don't necessarily think he's still young enough to keep, to get that. Because if he wants to emulate the likes of Usyk, he's got to win this division and undisputed.
Yeah, of course.
Because then go up. And then go up.
Yeah. Definitely, matey, yeah.
But, Briedis' nose is up. Say again,
sorry?
Matt.
They were talking about Zerdo fighting someone earlier on the show earlier. Can you remember who that was? They were talking about someone fighting Zerdo next. It came up on here earlier. The commentators mentioned it.
Oh, yeah, I think you want to see Zerdo versus Opetaia.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
they were talking about earlier on in the show. I just couldn't remember the name.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's work to be done for Opetaia. Zerdo is a great fight.
Yeah.
Gulamarian's a great fight. Chris Billum-Smith's a great fight. Robin Safar stopped. Oh God, who did he fight again?
Kovalev.
He stopped Kovalev in round 7.
Yeah, and they were talking about.
Oh no, round 11. I beg your pardon. Yeah, it was a good fight.
Kovalev looked shot to pieces, though, didn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he was not the Kovalev of 5 years ago.
10 years ago.
41, going up to cruiserweight from light heavyweight.
Thank you, Chris.
There was just no way he was going to win that.
Nah, he looked shot. He barely threw a punch, and when he did, he was.
And he's up against one of Europe's top cruiserweights in Robin Safar. I know he's not very well known, but trust me, his resume is not bad at all.
Håkan knows all about him. He's from Sweden. Håkan's been to a lot of his fights. He knows a lot about him.
Yes. He's very well thought of over there. So I'm of the opinion that Robin Safar will go far.
Yeah, I think he will go far. Chris has said Jai blows everyone away in this division. He's too good. Yeah, I completely agree with you, mate.
But I'm just in awe watching him here again because we're deep into the 9th round here and he still looks like he's got so much left to give that he hasn't for one stage looked like he's been in trouble for this fight. Briedis has had bits of success, but compared to the first fight, this is night and day stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's barely broke a sweat. That's what shocks me. Like, if you look at him, the other guy's dripping wet. He's barely broke a sweat. It's like he's doing
like Harrison said before, he's not got out of round second gear Opetaia. He's just quite happy to wait for an opening, jab, and wait, move. Briedis is now trying to hunt down Opetaia. So the tide has turned in that sense because Briedis knows he's down. Oh, great right hand there from Opetaia.
Fantastic.
As Briedis comes over the right hand. I think that one hurt Harrison.
I think so too. I think Briedis is being really brave now at this stage because he's got very little left to give. He's trying his best with a few counter shots when he finds them, but Opetaia, he's like a whole package. He's got just insane reach, development. His footwork's fantastic. Out of that southpaw stance, he just has everything to offer.
He certainly does, Harrison, and I was very impressed. I mean, give Briedis his dues. He's gone round 9. I didn't think he'd get this far. Not many people did by their predictions, considering the factors involved and he's done very well. But he's tiring. He's now, showing his age, and as you said, Harrison, the comfort zone that he's in now, Jai, is just, a prevalent.
Another Jai round for sure. That's 9 rounds to 0 to Jai.
I've still got this as a shot. Just on Mairis Briedis quickly. I still think, because we talked about his comment earlier about him retiring immediately after this fight, I still think he has quite a lot to play out in this division. I think that you've got to remember he's getting outboxed here, but by the man who was better than everybody. I think if you were to stick him in with Bill and Smith, Okole, Goulamarian, I think he'd give them all a really good run for the money. I'd like to see Briedis fight on after this.
Well, he's fighting the elite of the division. He's fighting the elite of the division. If he goes 12 rounds with Jai Opetaia right now, he's going 12 rounds with anybody at cruiserweight. So, you're quite right. Maybe he was playing mind games. Whether he was playing mind games about that, we don't know. But he's certainly not. He's not fighting like he's going to give up anytime soon.
Yeah, right.
People spoke shite about Jordan Thompson. Opetaia made him look ordinary, and Thompson would beat Chris and Smith, and I stand by that. That's a good shout. He did well.
He's insane. We've got Marlene Tofo has joined us. Marlene Tofo. Thank you for joining. Hit that subscribe button if never before. Let's go, Jai. He's smashing it, mate. He's absolutely killing it. Opetaia pound for pound top 5, and fuck the Americans overrating their fighters. Thank you, Peter. Chris Welch, 9-0 to Jai Opetaia. Briedis just needs to remove cobwebs from me. No way he should retire. Yeah, that's true. Briedis, #2 in the CW Cruiserweight division. Briedis is hard as nails. Yes, he certainly is. CW AGGP. What round is it? We're into round number 10, and it's 9-0 to Jai Opetaia. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, lads, crack on. 2 minutes to go of round number 10.
2 minutes to go, round 10. Briedis has had good success in this round, believe it or not. And for me, he's leading this round with 1:45 to go. But Opetaia, there he goes, waits for him, left, right, banger.
He just looks
nullified the good work that Briedis has done in the first half of this round.
He just looks so comfortable and so at ease. Even when under attack, he looks so calm and just cool, calm, and calculated. Like I said earlier, he just looks such a calm man, and that's a dangerous man.
The referee just warning him again for back of the head punching, and that's twice he's done that now. Briedis. He needs to be careful. Needs to be careful. He doesn't want a disqualification.
It otherwise has been a really clean fight, to be fair to the pair of them. They have boxed quite well with each other.
Well, they've got respect from the last fight, Harrison, haven't they? They've got the respect from the last fight. They respect each other. They went through.
Yeah, and to be fair, the referee's not really had to get involved that too many times in this fight. Oh, lovely left there from Opetaia.
Yeah, a great shot.
Briedis tries the uppercut. He's clenching now as he throws Opetaia between the ropes, but he stays up. Opetaia, I think he's got a cut nose now.
Possibly. There is bleed under the left nostril, yeah.
Looks like he got a bit of eye damage as well there.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, what a punch from Opetaia. That left hand. Oh.
How has Briedis took that so well?
And Briedis is fighting back as if he's the one that's winning. This is a great round from Briedis. He's got a second wind, and now he's putting a bit of pressure on Opetaia, who's on his knees as he's dragged down to the ground. Well,
how hard was he there?
He was nicked under the right eye as well there, Harrison.
He definitely was.
Right eye.
Yeah, would love that.
Yeah, well, to take you through that 10th, it was just all Mairis Briedis, really. He found a sort of second wind. He was dominating in the early stages. We got into that final 40-second period. He landed some really nice uppercuts, and then whenever Opetaia was back onto the ropes, it was all Briedis. And he seemed to have him hard there, I would nearly suggest, at the end of the 10th.
That's his first round. He's won, isn't it, Mairis Briedis?
I would say I have to give it to him.
I'd give that round to Briedis as well.
Yeah, definitely. Peter Nutt
Well, that's the first time I've seen.
Came home hard.
That's the first time I've seen him under pressure in the whole fight.
It's why they're called the championship rounds, mate. Is when true champions show their heart.
If Briedis has got enough left in the tank here, he's got to just go for him, hasn't he? Right from the first second of this 11.
Absolutely, he's just got to go for it now.
Nose might be playing up a wee bit here as well. His nose looks a little bit swollen, a little bit bloody. I think he's took a smack to the nose there in that little exchange at the end of the round. There was a lot of blood on the rag.
Right, guys, I'm going to have to leave you. My schedule short is coming on soon. They're running late here, so I'll have to love you and leave you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, my man. Good to
see you all soon.
Good luck tonight.
Take care, Nooch. Right, Briedis, first round. That is his first round, mate. Yeah. Good vibes. What round is it? We're into
big shots here from Mairis Briedis. Just sorry to interrupt you there at the early start of the 11th round. And Opetaia is getting back onto his feet here. He must be hurt. Briedis is really starting to empty out onto Opetaia here.
He is looking a bit ragged.
He's bleeding under the nose.
He's a smart fighter, he is, but he's getting ragged around the ring a bit at the minute. We've got Rusty. Jai's from my hometown. I never sparred or fought him. But I got up to watch him, and he came up, and the kid has always been a next-level fighter. Rusty is an absolute legend, but at the moment, he's under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Briedis' 11th round has come on strong, mate.
Fascinating to see. Fascinating to see how this one closes out now. If Opetaia boxes smart like he has done for the first 10 rounds, he should be able to weather the storm. But Briedis has had the most success now in the last few minutes that we've seen all night from him.
Yeah, Jai's literally, Rusty, has been in complete control of this entire fight. He won the first 10 rounds. He lost, he won the first 9 rounds. He lost the 10th round, but only just. But this 11th round, Briedis is putting it on him, and Jai looks a little hurt. His nose is pouring with blood. I think he might have a little bit of nose damage, maybe struggling to breathe a wee bit.
Certainly breathing out of the mouth for the first time in the contest as well.
Yeah, he's dangerous because you get caught. That's how you break your jaw. That's what happened in the first fight. But
Definitely.
Jai's smart enough, as Peter Nutt said earlier, Opetaia's a smart fighter. He'll get through this little, it's only a tiny crisis. Jai's going to win this. Don't you worry, lads.
If this was a little earlier in the contest, it would be a lot more fascinating, I think. But just because of the time that we've got left, I think you'd expect Opetaia to have enough to come through here.
Yeah,
a lot of clinching in this 11th.
Yeah, Jai's smart enough to know to dance around and just stay out the way now. Because Briedis seems to have a second wind, and Jai seems to be struggling to breathe with that nose injury.
Definitely.
But Jai's still throwing like the warrior he is. He's an absolute beast. He really is. And he's still so calm. Even when under pressure, he doesn't stop.
Yeah, a few nice counter left hooks there as well from Opetaia, just to sort of put a bit of range, really, if nothing else, between the two of them here, just to see out the rounds.
Oh, the referee's
warning as well. It has got a little bit rough in this 11th round, I have to say, but for the most part, this fight has been pretty clean. Just a bit of fatigue, I suspect.
Yeah, it's probably a bit of tiredness. Yeah, definitely. Opetaia won't stop landing. No, he definitely won't, mate. He definitely won't. But he is a bit on the back foot at the moment, though, Peter. Just to reiterate your comment there about him won't stop landing. He's still throwing, but he is a little on the back foot for a moment.
Yeah, and that's going to take us to the end of the 11th. Probably another Mairis Briedis round there for me. He had some really sharp success in the early stages. Opetaia has weathered this really well, I think. He's not looked overly damaged or in any sort of issue of falling away here. Briedis has to go for broke, most definitely, for me, but I've got it 9-2, I think, now, Opetaia through 11.
Yeah, same as me, Harrison, and same as Chris Welch. He's got it round 11 to Briedis, so he's scoring it exactly as we are.
in terms of any controversy, as we see way too often in this sport, the only tight round I can think between 1 and 9 was the 4th, where I gave it to Opetaia, but you could have given it to Briedis.
Yeah,
So even if Briedis was to come out and win this final round, I'd still have it 8-4. So you'd be astonished to see anything closer than that on the scorecards, personally.
100%. Yeah, Chris Welch said I've got 9-2 Opetaia, same as hers. Peter Nutt, that's okay. He won't get caught. This will be Briedis' last chance to fight him. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Jai's not throwing this away in the 12th round. I can assure you that. I will eat this hat live on screen if he loses in this 12th round. Jai will not let me down. Here we go. Round 12 underway. Jai's looking a bit livelier again. He's got that little step back in his feet. He's got the rhythm going again. But Briedis is banging away.
Briedis with some hard right hooks to start this 12th. You can see he knows he has to go for it.
It's his last chance saloon here, Harrison.
Yes, definitely. Especially at this level, anyways. I'm sure he's got opportunities to be in other world title fights after this, but this is his last chance to get one over on Opetaia. And he is having good success here in the 12th.
He really is. Couple of clubs to the back of the head there, which I don't like, but it happens at this level of boxing. Clubbed him round the back of the head. Peter Nutt loves the trenches. He certainly does, mate. He's a man of the people. He's a warrior. Absolute warrior. He's not even bothered. He's like, literally, let's just get it on. He's not complaining.
Showing some great complacency here as well on the 12th Opetaia. He's not allowing the veteran and the experience of Briedis to overwhelm him in this situation. It was similar in the first fight. I gave both the championship rounds to Opetaia because he really, like the great comment there about him loving the trenches. He does love to go deep in these fights. And he's picked up again quite nicely here in the 12th. Quite a close 12 rounds. He's
doing fantastic. We've got Salipa Luia joined us. Are these guys streaming Jai's fight, chat? We're just talking you through Jai's fight, yeah. That's what we're doing. We can't show it or play the sound because it's against the law, but we just talk you through the fight. So thank you for joining us. Who won the 11th? Mairis Briedis won the 11th round.
I think so.
So we've got it 9-2, and we're in 1 minute 20 of the last round.
A very close 12th round as well, I might add. This is up for grabs with just over a minute left.
Yeah, Briedis could easily take this last round as well. But even if he does, to us, it'll be 9-3. So we've got TEA. I'm a Jai fan, but Briedis is a beast. Thanks, guys. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. And please hit that subscribe button, guys. Anyone who's not already. We'd love to have you on for the Tyson Fury fight, guys, too.
Sharp work here from Jai Opetaia just in this final minute. He's working behind his jab quite nicely again.
Sorry, mate. Peyton Collette. Lovely name. I love the name Peyton. It's one of my favourite names. Let's go, Big Laha. I think it means like Jai Opetaia. Peter Nutt, where do you guys rate Jai as pound for pound? I'd put him at number 5 at the moment. I'd go Inoue, Bud Crawford, Usyk, Fury, Jai.
I'd have him in my top 10, but I'd have to have a think about the list personally.
Yeah, fair play.
It's too on the spot for my little brain.
Yeah, it's too much for this show. We've only got 20 seconds left. We've got Nuris Gubilankisk. Mairis have any chance by points? No, not a chance on earth, mate. He needs a knockout in the last 10 seconds, which ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, my Latvian friend. He's had a good go at the end, though. You'd be proud of him. At 39, he's had a good go, mate.
Not a lot of people seen him getting out of the early rounds. He's gone all the way the distance here through 12 rounds. Both men will raise their hands. I'm going to give that final round to Jai Opetaia, actually. I think he came onto it really nicely in the last couple of sections. I'd be completely fine if he gave it to Mairis Briedis, but for me, Opetaia showed a bit more class there. The more that we went into this fight, the more he did find a bit of trouble, and Mairis Briedis did come into his own. But the early work from Opetaia was sensational. Some brilliant southpaw boxing throughout, and he should defend his title here with ease.
I'd agree, matey. I'd agree. Just going to run for a couple more comments. Peyton Ualejo, I think that means like a legend. Peyton saying thank you to Noodle. Sounds like a good fight, the clash of two warriors. But Jai is my man, yeah? He's a boy, mate. Bivol wouldn't beat Opetaia. No, I don't think he would either. Briedis won final 3 rounds for me, but Opetaia won it 9-3. I had it 10-2 in the end, mate, at myself.
Yeah, I think I've gone 10-2. I gave Opetaia the 10th and the 11th. Yeah, I think so.
And Santiago Fino has said, is the fight finished yet? It is finished. And for us, it's 10 rounds to 2 to Jai Opetaia. Need to get the scorecards. Do you want me to duck out or do you want to duck out, Harrison, and get the scorecards?
You can go and get the scorecards if you want to, and I can hold on.
Yeah, if you don't mind, mate.
Yeah, no, of course. No worries.
Rusty's just said he is a warrior, but his IQ is through the roof. Briedis was Usyk's toughest fight to date. Don't be surprised if we see Jai Usyk down the line. Yeah, I've said the same. I'd love that. Jai is still getting better. He's just got into his prime. He's scary to think how he is in 3 years' time. I completely agree, mate. We all agree Opetaia won comfortably regardless. Yep. P. Lack, thank you for joining us. Is Jai moving to heavyweight? I reckon he will do in a couple of fights' time. After he's unified this division. I back Jai, you did, 100%. And Peyton, has he won? Jai has won. But I'm going to duck out and find out. Harrison, I'll leave you with it. I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, mate?
Perfect. No worries, mate. So just a couple of moments away from the scorecards here. I think me and Jams both had that 10-2, actually. There was some really, really good points from you guys in the comments. And the best part, I suppose, I picked up on was Jai Opetaia loving life down the trenches. And the further we got down the fight, even though he was troubled by Mairis Briedis, there was some sensational stuff, especially in that 12th round. Jai won that, yeah, absolutely. I think so. I'd be very surprised if this one goes any other way. The only worry here, of course, folks, the longer that we take to get to the scorecards, we do typically see a bit more controversy, I suppose is the right word. I would be very surprised, though, if this isn't quite a wide margin here. Here we go with the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision.
Right, it's 117, 111, 116, 112 twice to Jai Opetaia.
So what's that? 8-4, 8-4, 9-3?
Yeah, so pretty much what we thought. A little bit shorter than we thought, but
I can live with it.
Yeah, fair card. Considering some of the cards earlier, I was worried.
Yeah.
But the right man's won, and that's all that matters. Big Jai has got it.
Yeah, as he deserves to as well. Like we said, there were stages there where Mairis Briedis looked back to his best, but over the space of the 12 rounds, there was just a feeling that Jai Opetaia had such a good momentum and mentality behind him, and he just boxed sensationally well. He's done well to get his belt back there.
Yeah. Peter said, come on, my man, they can't rob Jai. No, they've not robbed Jai, mate. Jai has got the win, I promise you, comfortably as well. Nuris Gulbigenskis, that's a very Latvian name. If Briedis won against Usyk a couple of years ago, could he have took Usyk's place now? The fight was close. Yeah, that's true. You never know, mate. If ifs and buts were coconuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. But he didn't, fortunately. Step up Chris Billum-Smith. I think Jai cleans him up pretty quick. Watchalong, he is a great fella, mate. It's Big Jai. Road to Undisputed starts here. CBS said he was better than Jai. Yes, mate, okay. What planet did he wake up on? I'm sorry, I love CBS, but come on.
That's the fight we need to see next, isn't it?
I think he'd take CBS out in a round or two. I really do.
Really?
I genuinely do. I like Chris Billum-Smith, but it's about levels, mate. And I think Jai Opetaia is just another level. Jai should be fighting the likes of Usyk and Fury, not Chris Billum-Smith, unfortunately. I think he's going to struggle with React-Paul, mate. You know what I mean? Never mind Jai Opetaia.
Well, really?
I've took CBS to win on points, believe it or not. But I think he's going to struggle with him, and it'd be a tough fight.
Yeah. Well, we're really blessed that we have as many good cruiserweights domestically as we do at the minute. But the problem is, I just worry like we're going to line them up. Zorro's already been beating Jordan Thompson. We're just lining them up for Opetaia to just knock them down like bowling pins.
Exactly, like bowling. I was just going to say like bowling pins. We're all ready for. Well, we'll leave it there, Harrison, because I've got to charge my phone. We'll come back in for the big one, mate. Thank you for joining.
We will indeed. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you soon. God bless, brother.